Alright, so once you get here, like I said, you start to see the basket forming. It starts to get a little bit tighter. Always using your fingers to kind of move it down. Basket making is something I really like. It's a very ancient and basic technology. It's been around forever. As long as there's been civilization, there's been baskets. These baskets are good for decor. They look good in the house. They're durable enough they could be used for storage. So like I said, you always want to, as you're weaving, you want to keep your splints tight, straight. Let's get to this point. Cut her off. Maybe a little too long. And then you always want to hide it underneath. Right over to the next side. Keeping everything straight. Keeping everything straight in here, and I don't know if these are gonna reach, but that's okay. And I'll still make the basket. Okay, so once you get to this point, it starts to get pretty tight. It's starting to form and get really tight. Keeping everything straight and tight. Give it a little bit of pull. And then once you get to here, you always want to do it on an under fork. So that way you can hide it. It won't be seen. Same here. Now I'm not a form expert. I'm not a architect. I'm not a. All this stuff has all been made and manufactured by me. So it's not exactly right, but it does work. So alright, so now it's starting to get really tight. Flip it over to the opposite side. And you will start over here. Helicopter, yeah. And by the way, this is my daughter Ariel. She's doing a video for me because I can't do both at the same time. If you guys have any questions or comments, just leave it on my video. Name of my company is NorCal Baskets, and I'm out of Live Oak, California. Originally from Ohio, which is where I learned the trade. As you can see, the basket's starting to form. And the reasoning for the form, the wooden piece inside here, is so that it keeps keeps good form when you're making the basket. Keeps the basket the shape that you want it. Always cutting it on the under fork, so it goes under, and it comes loose, so I got to tighten it up every once in a while, but it really makes it nice. Kind of holds everything and gets everything moving the way I would like it. Alright, so I'm getting down to the last few rows. Once you get it to here, you kind of want to tap it down, get it a little bit tighter. Yeah, so if anybody, like I said, if anybody wants one of these, I'm sure there's shipping if it's local, deliver. I've been charging about $7 to $10, depending on the location and everything. So this, you want to tap. Tapper's dirty. You just kind of tap everything down, get it a little bit tighter. Just kind of more even at the top. Just kind of gets everything a little bit tighter, a little bit more uniformed up here at the top. Alright, so now I go for the last row. Just kind of fit it in there. And these are going to be really close. I don't know if that one will make it, but I'll try to get it lower to get it. Alright, so now we got our last row in. Right it up underneath. Kind of push everything down, get everything tighter, more into it. Alright, so that's almost a finished basket. Alright, so once you get to this point, Okay, so that should make it. Alright, so once you get to here, you want to trim off your splints so they don't show. Some of them I won't have to because it looks like I got it a little too short. We are giving the basket a trim. Giving it a haircut. Those I won't have to do because I got it too low. Alright, so once you get to this point, then you want to load up give it a little trim while it's on the inside. Tighten this down one last time. And you start off, this is your top band. Come up here. And that should hold it in. You always want to kind of put it to the top. And then that way it doesn't get in the way of your, when you're coming around. And you'll see what I'm saying. So everything's even. And that should hold it. Then once you do that, then it's just every one of these splints you put in a tack. That was the low one. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes they don't go in correctly. Then once you're done with the basket, then you can take it out and redo it. Okay, you get this around, kind of pull it tight. Make sure that's all in there even. Hold it. Now we're almost on the home stretch. This is the one that's down. This is the side that's down. So I have to take these down a little bit lower so hopefully it gets into that splint. And it'll be, the tacks won't be quite straight, but that's what makes it handcrafted and unique. Alright, so once you get down to this point, you're almost done. Get nice and tight. And last one. So once you get to this point, you want to cut it off. Cut back. Give it a little trim. Push that down. All right. So now we have a completed basket. Get to this point. Undo the thing that pulls the bottom on so you can weave and spin it. Right there. Take that off, and then your basket should come off. And it looks like that didn't hit. That's alright. I can fix that later. You get to this point, take the basket off the form. It's nice and tight, which is what you want. That's the way it keeps the basket form of the basket.